Hello. So lucky you, you got a cool lion's mane grow kit for a sweet deal of 25 bucks. So basically what we need to do is get it cooking somehow, okay? So over here we got our stuff that we got today, and right here is your grow kit. So you'll notice it has some instructions on the front, and it's this nice bag with this 4-micron filter, and you can give it a little spin and see this. All this white that you see is all mycelium. It's the main body of the mushroom, and then the fruit, the actual mushroom part itself that you think of when you think of a mushroom, is not even anywhere near what is the majority of the organism. This is the organism, and then it has small little reproductive parts that come off. And that's what we're basically allowing to escape right now in this process. Anyway, we'll get right to it. So if you didn't have this nice video, you could read this label and you get an idea. But we've already done a couple of these today, so I feel like we're pretty comfortable with giving the basic instructions. The first thing you want to do is get all this air out, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I go up to just the top right corner, I take my little box cutter, and I'm just gonna poke a nice hole. Boop. And I just stabbed it up there, and I'm gonna push out the air, just like a, you know, lots of things. Push out air in. So there we go, we're getting it out. And you want to be pretty gentle with it, but you do want to make sure it all gets out. There we go, that's feeling pretty good. Alright, so cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where I made my cut. That's one of the things about these is, okay, I found it. When you make your cut, it's pretty hard to find where it is. Anyway, so now that we did that, what the label says to do is fold it accordion style. What I've been taking that as is I've been folding it down like so, and then just putting it back over one like that. So after we get that all nice, what I'm gonna do is take a nice piece of tape, gonna push this down, tape over my hole that I made, and attach that to the side. This is just so it stays out of the way, doesn't irritate you or anything, and it makes it look nice and clean. Alright, well would you look at that, your nice lion's mane grow kit is all ready to really get cooking. So after that, you flip her upside down. This one's a little lopsided, but that's no big deal, the mushrooms don't mind. And you'll notice this brown stuff up top. If you know anything about mushrooms or mushroom growing or whatever, the biggest risk in this whole process is contamination. And a lot of times people might say, oh wow, that's brown, that's probably contaminated really bad. In this case, it's actually not. The reason why it's brown is because this is basically the dirt that you grow it in. It's called the substrate. And this part just hasn't been colonized quite as well as the rest of it with mycelium, probably because it's all been sitting on it or something. You know, it's a little heavy down there. So anyway, I'll start from the front. So basically, we have this nice little X on the table here, and that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm cutting an X that looks a lot like that in the side of the bag. When you cut these, you don't want to hit the mycelium itself, so you don't want to, like, you know, stab it in there. You just want to cut the film. So what I've been doing is I've been going at a very slight angle. So I'll do one over, I'll do one just like this. So I just kind of poke it in. There we go. And I cut down. Then I'm gonna just cut a little bit to the side. So there you go. That's a hole. And then maybe I'll get a little more up there, but that's about as big as they need to be from my understanding. And then I'll do another one. This looks like a really nice spot, so I'm gonna try to hit it right there, just because I like the spot. So I'll go just poke it in, slice it down, and then go like that a little bit to make it kind of an X. There we go. So there's a hole, and I'm not gonna bore you with cutting holes, any longer. But basically what's gonna happen is I put 2 there, I'm gonna put another 2 on each side right here and here, and then I'm gonna probably put 1 or 2 more on the front. And the holes are kind of proportional to how big your fruits will be, and the fruits are the mushrooms. So what we're doing is we're trying to get, 6 that are kind of fist size, maybe baseball or softball size popping off. So it's trial and error, but I think that this is a good start for the hole size. But anyway, now that after you cut all your holes, you're gonna want to store it. Ideally, what you'll do is store it someplace that's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and someplace that has a lot of humidity. So for ours, we're gonna store them in these nice tubs down here, as you can see, and those are gonna essentially keep the humidity up. We're gonna mist them and give them about 95 to 100% relative humidity. But if you can't do that, since they have so much moisture in them, they should be pretty safe to just throw on top of your fridge. And we have one sitting on top of our fridge right now. So anyway, I think that just about concludes this video. Keep it clean, and it's awesome fresh produce right in your kitchen.